All right, so we're back with part whatever of this Golden Globes thing. I can't even think. Oh Lord. Man, I'm tired. How was your day actually before we get into this episode?
Man, just a whole bunch moving around, getting ready. Finna go take a little trip. So I'm trying to get through the list, go finish packing, and what I'm saying, get ready.
Where you going?
Man, I'm finna go to Miami and Orlando and then take a little cruise and then come back home.
Wow, that's crazy. Cause I don't know why. This is so weird. My mind goes to the other part of the country, California. And I was thinking like, oh well, hopefully there's no natural disasters happening there in Florida because I feel like they're usually the ones that got so much. But I'm gonna pray for you going to Florida either way because they got crazy people there. They got a whole bunch of
For
crazy
sure.
things happening.
The Florida man.
It's fun. I've never really been to Florida to the city or to cities to like visit. I've only been there for like tours or like training, so just work, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna get back into this list
Let's finish it. We're on like the third page.
on the third page. And okay, let's get into it. So on this page we got best original score, music picture. I feel like I should pay attention to that. Best original song, motion picture, cinematic and box office achievement, best television series drama, best television series musical or comedy, best television limited series anthology. Don't even know what that means. Or motion picture made for television. And that's the end of the page. So I'm gonna go back to the top. And yeah, I think I've heard of all of these.
The original score. Yeah, you see the score. I went to school when I went to school for music business. My roommate, he was in college for scoring, and that's just applying the music to the background of the movies and stuff like that. And Hans
Yeah.
Zimmer is like that dude. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't get it though. Hans Zimmer does the Star Trek or Star Wars, I think, right?
Dune Part Two is like that level of a movie.
I'm
He
seeing.
does epic scores, but whoever did Challengers, man, shout out to them. I think it's two people, huh?
Is that actually Hans Zimmer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never seen his face. Also, too, yeah, Challengers is Zendaya and I don't know the male actor, but it's Zendaya. And I've heard of that one. My friend raved about it. I tried to watch it on a plane ride. It was like only an hour and a half flight, so I didn't get through it. And then my other flights after that, I think I moved on watching Amy Winehouse or something. And so I don't know, but it's about tennis. You know I love tennis. So I
Okay.
want to get
Okay.
into it. And I will say too, with this one, I did see a clip on one of these apps. And they're like, I think they have like maybe a gay sex scene. So I'm like, ooh, I need to give it a chance. Not a sex scene, but like an interest or some shit. I don't know. All right, so
Next section.
next section, best original song. This makes sense to me.
Well, I be thinking like best original song to win got to be a song that like the people know, and like I don't know. Like I would think like wouldn't Wicked have best original song or something, but
No, because
like
they're not even in this category. Also, this one has two different.
and in Amelia Perez, it's a musical too. I keep forgetting that kind of part. It's a Spanish music.
Oh my God, Billie Eilish, she won, and I'm thinking she won in the best original song, one of the song categories. And so, but this this movie, The Last Showgirl with Pamela Anderson, I've been hearing a lot about it, and mainly about her not with no with going out with no makeup, and she's still beautiful to me for sure. But it makes me more intrigued to see this movie, because I'm like, I didn't even think about music with this movie. You know what I mean? I thought it more
Yeah,
of a
it's like
documentary or
it's
whatever.
kind of like a I always think about Disney with original songs.
Right, right. But I mean, you know what? It'll be interesting to look up what these categories like you know how people don't know how the Grammys are actually won and stuff. It would be interesting to look up like how these categories like the rules and stuff. But anyway, cinematic and box office achievement.
Who's the winner? It's not even all these movies. Oh, Wicked,
This
of
yeah.
course.
this makes sense. But you know what?
Deadpool and
Moana, I think
Wolverine.
Moana 2, I think had they had more. I think even just like the maybe the opening weekend, but I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the overall. But I think in terms of publicity, you say what?
It says just sales and movie. I don't know. I
Yeah, but
definitely got to research the criteria for that category.
and when I watched this, I kind of stumbled upon it, and I guess it just came out, but I didn't hear too much about it. I felt like this storyline was kind of dead in the Marvel verse, like because Wolverine died,
Nah, nah.
But
Deadpool and Wolverine. That's a good movie. I ain't gonna cap. That's a
it
good
is
movie.
really good. It's really good. The whole time I laughed through it, I
It's a
cried.
it's a
I didn't cry. I just did.
it is a lot of emotions, but it's a lot of the information too for like the pinnacle of what's happening next. I do like how it displayed a lot of what's supposed to
Yeah.
happen next. You know, just out.
And I don't think I needed to watch the last Wolverine movie, which I didn't. I feel like they did a good job of filling it in without putting too much backstory in it, with moving forward. And then it was really entertaining, the whole thing. I mean, I just actually enjoyed this movie. I was surprised. I don't remember the first Deadpool as much, but I definitely seen it when it came out, like, the first two movies. But anyway, oh, I tried to watch Beetlejuice, but I was kind of annoyed that they had the old school uh like animatronics thing, which is like nice in a way, but it was like it was weird. So, but anyway, what's her name? Ortega. That's Wednesday. She's in it, and I guess she's kind of like the same character and stuff. But and then last thing about this category is Alien Romulus. Romulus. I need to get back into the Alien movies because I really do like Alien versus Predator, but now seeing these is kind of like, is this still exciting? Like we kind of already know certain things about it. Like, is this still exciting? I don't
Kind
know.
of how I feel about them Jason movies or Halloween or whatever. I'm like,
Right. Oh man, Halloween, man, that movie, I'm over it. I don't know why the series.
so we
All right,
got best
best
television series
best
drama.
television series drama. Okay, okay, you beat me to it. Okay. Um, Mr. and Mr. Smith. When I be seeing it on the list, I love that movie. So, have you seen that or heard about
You
it?
thinking about the movie? I seen the show. Yeah, it's with Childish Gambino,
Is it good?
Donald Glover. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like a, it's like a, it's like kind of like in that universe, and what they got going on.
Yeah. Well, it's also two different actors too. Are they married in this one too?
You know, fake marriage spies. Like, so it's just like how the setup is. But like, see, they're going into the relationship knowing. I hadn't finished the series, but I'm pretty sure like they turn on each other. But I hadn't finished
Okay.
the series. Shogun, I want to see Shogun, and it just like the first episode just started very technical and just kind of slow, and I'm like, oh man. But like the commercial was a hell of a commercial. I could see how it would be up there. Squid Game. I don't know if they're talking about the second one. I just started The Day of the Jackal. That is about a sniper. That's the guy who played.
James Bond?
No, he played.
I think he is James Bond as well, though. I don't know, I forget.
Nah, he's in the wheelchair. No, like the closest that we had to the wheelchair.
And he looks like him too,
Stephen
the
Hawking.
scientist. Yeah, yeah, he actually does look like him, which is so weird to say, because he's like
I mean,
super
he
hot and
played
you
the
don't think
hell out
of.
that role. Yeah, he played that role.
What was that movie called?
I think it was called Hawking or something.
Yeah, and Hawking is not seen as hot, but like it's so funny how they look like. It's like, dang. But you know what though? I had heard some things about Hawking being like a ladies' man, which is like crazy to think about. And also here, this is Squid Game 2. I don't know if it's just a picture of Squid Game 2,
Yeah,
but
I hadn't seen it yet.
you haven't seen the first season either?
I saw the first season. I just hadn't seen the second season yet. I'm gonna go watch it. So
Yeah, we could talk about that. We could have a whole thing on that one because I don't know how the ending feels to me, and I don't know if it's a part two uploads of the thing or what. But also Shogun 2, I just started try to watch it 2 nights ago, and it was slow for me. If I was by myself, I think I can get into it, but it was a lot of reading and the captions didn't look like they were coming from the TV. So I feel like the first episode maybe is in a different language and they have I don't know, like was it all in a different language or could you dub it in English too?
Just kind of tried to watch it so long ago and just forgot already.
How long you only got through one episode or not even through the first?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't
I'll give
even.
it a chance though that it's a winner of a few things. All
Well,
right.
musical comedy.
Television.
Abbott
Hacks.
Elementary. I rock with Abbott's Elementary for
You
sure.
like it?
That's a pretty good show.
It's definitely built. It's built like the Office for sure. And our sister Jewel, she loved The Office. I never can get into it. I love Clips Online. I love Clips Online of Abbott Elementary too. But I tried to watch it. I watched the first two, three episodes a couple nights ago too, and
Yeah, Anna
I
loves
don't
it.
know why, huh?
And then Anna loves Abbott Elementary and The Office as well. But The Bear, we both love The Bear. The Bear is really good. It's a cooking show, and it's about a guy who like turning his Chicago kitchen around, and he's like a super culinary chef, and his sous chef like did research on him, so like really knows like, well, you got you know what I'm saying? And then he's just like, trying to make, it's like you're in a bad environment, but but you're great. You know what I'm saying? And then like
They got
how
12
things kind of come
nominations.
together for you.
They got 12 nominations and 5 wins. So I
You
said
know, he's from
Amelia Perez.
Shameless.
I said Amelia Perez was the highest nominated one with 10, but obviously not because this one has 12. I'm sure there's other ones. But that's cool. Also, too, this page shows these people. So I guess Jeremy White is from what you say, Shameless.
Yeah, he's all he's dope. He's a good actor for sure. And then Only Murders in the Building, I watched that too on Hulu. That's
Is
a
it
pretty
so?
good.
That's the thing about the Bear and this one. I think if I was on the site of whatever streaming service, I would look at these titles and think they were like documentaries or like murder mystery shows. These are acting.
Well, Only Murders in the Building is a murder mystery show. It's like them living out through the murder mysteries, and then they're doing a podcast about these murders that happen in their apartment building in New York.
Yeah, I
And
definitely
it's
need to watch it because I love Steve Martin
yeah, it's that's a
and
I
Tina
finished
Fey.
that. It's like 3 seasons. That's a real good show. The Hacks, I just never seen The Hacks, and I never seen The Gentleman. But the other shows, we definitely watch
Yeah.
them. Like
16 nominations. The Hacks.
definitely,
Two also two. So
or
big ups to
nobody wants
Selena
under.
Gomez. She's I guess in a few things she's getting back into her acting bag, which is dope. And you said The Gentleman you hadn't seen or heard about?
I have heard about it. I think I've tried to watch it. I think it's about a dude who inherits a weed farm. Yeah. So yeah, I tried to kind of watch it, but I just hadn't kind of picked up the time. So I'm glad that kind of got his look up
Flowers a
there.
little
So
bit.
I'm gonna probably spend
I
some time seeing that. So,
I think we forget. I think we forget that even getting nominations or show having nominations is it makes it more
prestigious, yeah.
prestigious. Yeah.
And then anthology is it's like a mixed series, like Black
Oh,
Mirror mainly,
yeah. I see what you're saying, especially with limited series.
or
And
limited
that's
series.
actually get into this topic: best television limited series, anthology series, or motion picture made for television. This is the thing that I'm excited to see with Penguin in the anthology limited series because I think that's when we both were talking about this show. You put me on this show. I loved it. I raved with it. Or talked about it with other people after like the night I finished it, and everyone I talked about loves the show. And I think at the end of the series, we were both talking about is it gonna continue? Does it need to continue? But it'd be cool if it would. Is it a limited series? You know what I mean?
I'm saying
Yeah.
you never know. It's like it could go anywhere, and that's what's good about the value of like, because I like whenever they have a good production and they're like, you know what, we're just gonna add a side story, we're gonna add a backstory, we're gonna add this
Yeah.
that creates more jobs for the industry because people really show that they want to be a part of the content, and especially like all these comic type things like their fan bases really show enthusiasm. So I'm really happy that that production and that type of content is going far. And the oh girl, I really like old girl a lot.
Yeah, and especially with Colin Farrell's performance. I mean, when I saw the backstory, because how it shows on HBO, they do the back, behind the scenes after the episode or like extras. It shocked me seeing him in the chair, and I'm like, wait, he's the Penguin? I'm like,
Yeah,
what? And I just love that. I think the Joker did a good job with that with Joaquin. I forget his last name, but
that
anyway,
baby
actually,
reindeer, that was pretty good. You seen that?
no, but I need to see it, and I think that was on our list when I looked at this list earlier. I mean,
Yeah,
something I wanted to go see.
it's just like a limited series about a stalker and like just a whole story about like a guy's life being ruined and like the whole reason why it's called Baby Reindeer. It's a pretty captivating story.
When I'm done, I want to go back and see. Her name is Kristen Melody. I want to see later if that was that lady from that other series that we were saying on the last
Yeah,
episode.
she's from the resort though that I was telling you about for sure.
Right.
So I'm gonna see if that's in here later because that was a pretty good series. But I think it may have been came out a while ago, so it may have already did its thing. Best
Man,
performance.
Kathy.
What we gonna go through all the lists on this next page?
Yeah. Oh, true, true, true. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hold my praise for Kathy Bates. Okay, best performance by a female actor in a television series drama. Best performance by an actor in a television series drama. Best performance by a female actor in a television series, musical or comedy.
Okay.
Best performance by an actor in a television series, musical or comedy. Best performance by a female actor in a limited series, anthology series, or a motion picture made for television. Best performance by a female actor in a supporting role on television. Man, that's a lot to read. I'm like, y'all can't read this. Do I gotta read this out loud? No, that's good. But Amy Sawa, oh yeah, I need to watch that because I don't see her. I don't know what else she's
And
in.
Shogun, she did good in Shogun. I see House of Dragon on there.
Hmm.
I didn't get it. I just thought that was kind of boring to me. That series. I
House
see
of Dragons.
Kathy Bates up there. Like I kind of liked. Was it Game of Thrones? But House of Dragon just kind of was moving at a different pace that just kind of didn't fully hook me in.
Is it aligned the worlds?
Yeah, that's the like the prequel. The House of Dragons
See,
is like a prequel to what's going on in Game of Thrones. So it's like a full setup of like why the houses and the dragons are a certain way. It's
I
kind
think
of
a lot of HBO stuff is very slow to me, and I tried to get into Game of Thrones, but I don't know. I think now and how my life is set up, I can kind of have the patience for it, but I just didn't have a lot of time to be doing these slow series shows.
even
But now I'm getting into
Sopranos.
them.
I watched Sopranos because see with
Right, you
Mr. and
said that.
Mrs. Smith, they had Donald Glover talking about what like he thought the best show was, and they both said Sopranos. So I was like, let me go try to watch it, and it's
Right.
pretty good, but it's kind of still slow. Like it's fast and slow. It's like elongated. It's like an elongated story. So it's kind of like it's like a whole long everyday story. It's not like a full like where is this going type of thing. And that's pretty good about it. But you know, yeah,
Well,
that's just I think that's kind of like what makes a good drama. Like these other shows, like I see the Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like that's like a to me, I thought it would be more of like a comedy drama, but it's like just like a life but like I don't know if that's what makes drama, but it's like this it's kind of different how I may think about drama and because it has like this suspense and comedy to it.
well, I think in theater, drama and comedy, or actually tragedy. Let me say tragedy and
Tragedy.
comedy.
That's what I'm thinking.
But anyway, best performance by actor in a television series. This one, again, I don't know because I need to watch it. But you know what? I was saying last episode about how they link certain award show seasons to kind of praise a audience or like a demographic. And sometimes I feel like they have to
Mm,
spread it out in certain ways.
okay.
And this year it definitely seemed like they did a lot of international things more so. They're and not really just like the cultures, different cultures in America, but like actual international cultures. You know what I mean? outside of America too. And I noticed a lot of Asian of some kind were big winners this year, which is really cool. Also with Amelia Perez, of course, trans people I think took a big spotlight as well, and for sure women as well this year. So it's cool to see and notice that kind of thing. So Shogun with all these wins, man, like I have to give it the chance past the first episode at least, you know.
Yeah.
And then Donald Glover got a nomination. I think even though you don't win, but both of your main people in your series got a
Look,
nomination.
he played a good character, but I don't think he gave a great performance. Me personally.
Yeah. Well, for someone like him as a coming from where like music background, I feel like this is all wins for him for sure because he's
Well,
being
he
seen
comes
as
really from a comedy performance background.
true. I just say that in terms of what people really knew him from, and then what he not. I don't even say he rebranded himself because it wasn't even that much of an effort, which for me is inspirational because you think about rebranding, you have to do certain things, or you have to do something strong. But I mean, which he did with his other work,
I
which
know
was
him from his
Atlanta.
beginning work, Derek Comedy. Like he's a good actor. He's funny. He's very funny. He's like really one of my top guys.
Yeah,
This he just it was a good character, and I could see he probably put a lot of thought and writing into the character. But it's just the performance was kind of just set up for like a lot of corn, like a little cornball to it. And I
yeah,
mean, he's
yeah,
playing like a federal spy agent, so it's kind of like this. It's a good performance overall. It's like it's very smart, but
yeah.
I just don't think like it was the grandest of this list. You know,
Well,
like
then
I'm not trying to shit on his.
that also goes to account for the script and the like
Yeah, it
because I
was a
haven't seen
complicated
Shogun, but
script.
I'd imagine he had some roles where he was screaming, maybe good long dramatic monologue or
Yeah,
something, to be fighting scenes and all that. I'm imagining, but okay. And then Slow Horses on Apple TV. I want to give that a chance too. I'd say, but since it says slow in the name, I'm like, ugh, okay, let me. Best performance by a female actor in a television series, musical, or comedy. Hacks.
I would have give it to Quinta just because all them people in Abilene Elementary. Yeah,
She's
you
she
know
should
Agatha all along actually.
she. I don't think so. I
She,
don't know.
Catherine, bro, I loved her in Agatha all along. Like her performance is
No,
just like so
I
great. Like she's very fluent of like, and then the girl from the Bear, she's good in everything she does too. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Agatha. I loved her performance. I really like her as an actor. Nothing wrong with it, like in that way. It's just kind of like the Donald Glover thing that you were saying. Is like the role is a little bit playful. I feel like could be playful, but I mean it's a comedy series.
Go
But
back to Nobody Wants This. I have seen that with Kristen Bell. She's
yeah,
pretty good. She's very
she's
entertaining
solid.
in that performance.
She's solid. She's solid as an
She's like,
actor.
cute. You want to see her dating and love life. It's like I'm like, hey man, come on. It's a pretty good series, but
Yeah.
it was kind of like '90s cheesy of a show. Like it
Mm.
was like this is, but I think that's very nostalgic to certain people. It's a good like rom com. It's kind of like a good little series of a rom com. The other guy from the QC, he's pretty cool. For her, Ayo, whatever her name is, I love her and everything she does. She's pretty good.
I feel like I seen her. She was in I want to see she was in Shrinking. I feel like let me type and see if she's in Shrinking. No, maybe not. Anyway, I think I've seen some stuff of hers, but all of what she's in on these highlights, I haven't seen. And I haven't seen her in Abbott yet, and where I'm in the series. Okay. Also, Quentin Brunson too. Let me just say, she's just winning. She's like what's the girl who did what's her? She's like a producer and an actor.
Selfish, Idris,
Yeah,
uh, what's her name? Ida. It was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She did
Forgot.
Shameless. I forget. It's not that we don't know, but she also too. She's in. I need to watch Black
Issa
Lady Smith
Rae.
show. Issa Rae, yes, Issa Rae.
You're
She's
tripping.
just these people are like Donald Glover too. Jordan
Yeah,
Peele. They're winning because of how they're kind of just walking to the spaces, but also like having a point, a purpose. But they're just walking to the spaces, and it's not like a try hard, if that makes sense. You know, it's really cool to see them elevate. I started watching Shrinking because of this list. I think I saw Shrinking in here, but I only got through the first episode. It's pretty cool. Best performance by an actor in television
see
series, musical,
Jeremy
comedy.
Allen White in The Bear. He really do his shit. He's really good. He's really believable with his role and the integrity of what's going on. He's really good. He's a
He's in
really good
Shameless
actor.
too. Okay, and he's gotten a lot of awards, so I definitely need to watch that. Also, I like his name. And then, yeah, I don't know. They got two categories. Martin Short. I thought it was Martin Steve. I was like, not Steve Martin and Martin Steve, but yeah, Martin Short. Oh, he's cool. Yeah, I don't know too much about this one. He's attractive.
Yeah,
I
he's from
like him. He's from the what?
the QC from back in
I
the day.
like his demeanor
He's
on
from How I
the
Met Your
screen.
Mother.
You say what?
He's from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I didn't watch that show like that. And I think I do remember him from that though, but I just never got into that show. I probably watched a whole bunch of episodes growing up, but like on those sleepy days, or whatever, some random time it comes on, you're like, yeah, cool. Best performance by a female actor in a limited series, anthology series, or a motion picture made for television. Yeah, she did
Girl,
good.
Penguin, she should have won it. I think Kristen should have won it. I'm not gonna cap. I don't care what
Well,
anyone else. Jodie Foster, that's cool to give her a nice little award or whatnot, but I don't like the acting in any type of true crime.
you
True,
know what? I
I
started
just
watching The Equalizer with Queen Latifah, and I don't know if it's because I'm feeling like I'm getting older. Maybe I don't know what it is, but
you into
I've been taking note in the last week. I started watching these things, and I'm like, bro, I low key like these true crime things. They're not as bad as I used to hate the idea of watching CSI. You know what I'm saying?
you know what's a pretty good story though? Sofia Vergara and that Griselda. That's a pretty good story.
Man, we were talking on another category. She entered my mind for a second. I think there was a picture that looked like her. That was a good story. I love the limited series. It didn't make me want to have another episode, so I thought that was good. Like the story ended, I felt
Yeah,
conclusive. And like I was loving that she had that kind of role, like in her
yeah.
power. Like I love that series. Like that was a really good one.
It was good. It's like only her could do it. Like that's a golden role for her. That was she played that gracefully. That was dope.
I do think other people could do it, but in terms of what you're saying, this is so funny. It was perfect for her. So I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but it was like the fire of it. She always has that fire, but it was still different than what she's used to, like what we're seeing her do. Like, I don't know, maybe because she was like such the lead of it and the whole
Yeah,
role she was a lead of a family too. It was just,
she was the hot stepmom of the Modern Family. So now to this.
and I loved her in that one for sure. Sometimes I like the supporting roles better than the main actor. For sure, like in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt with Titus. Like I love
Mm-hmm.
him. He's a celebrity crush for me. Like for sure.
I feel that. I
He
feel that.
is.
You
Best
got these
performance by
supporting roles.
supporting roles.
Girl from The Bear, she's a great supporting role in almost everything she does. I love what she does.
Oh, this is her. Who won it though? What
Girl
else is
from
she
The
in?
Reindeer. She's
Actually,
really the star.
let
She's
me
not the
see.
supporting role. She's really like the star, but whatever. That's why she won.
Well, that's like Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Yeah, that's why this is True Detective. Seeing her with her tattoos as an actor makes me want to watch the show, especially with the other actor compared. Because look, this actor here compared to what was it? How she looks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ooh,
Yeah,
how did they meet? You
yeah.
know. So, Baby Reindeer, how do you think about her performance? You say you saw it, right?
But yeah, she was pretty crazy, pretty funny. But like I said, she's like the lead. She's the star of the show. So it's like if they call her supporting, then she was star. Dakota Fanning, I like how she acts. I like how she did, and also Perfect Couple. She's in that
That's a
series.
limited series, right?
Yeah, that's she did pretty good in that one too.
it doesn't seem like it's on this list, but it shocks me sometimes when I keep passing on Netflix, passing it by, because I'm like, why do I not watch this? I think I would love this perfect couple series,
Yeah,
and I
Nicole
just can't get
Kidman's
into
over
it.
there in that too. I'm trying to see if they're probably on the list somewhere, but that was pretty good.
Ripley, okay, I need to see, and it's on Netflix. I like anything I can see on Netflix because it's kind of the easiest. I feel like.
For
All
sure.
right, let's go to the last page. I'm gonna read these lists, and dang. You know what? I need a little commercial break. So let me get up and get some water or something before I get into this list, and then I'll be right back. I gotta pee.